Well, sometimes there's a point in the season you got to grind one out, and that was the point. And to be honest with you, I'm probably more proud of our football team in that game than I have been the other four victories, because had some adversity really for the first time where you had a tight ball game and even lost the lead there at one point. But I thought our guys just fought their tails off. We had some guys that had to step up and play that probably think they wouldn't because of injuries and some things that happened there. But just, the defense played lights out. Again, anytime you can hold a team to 9 points, that's huge. Offensively, we've got to run the ball a little bit better. Obviously, when they stack that many people in the box, we've got to be able to throw it as well. So found a way to grind it out and get that win. Just happy to get the win. And FAU, don't think FAU isn't a talented football team. Now they are. They won championship a year ago, got a lot of guys back, and just so pleased and happy with our football team to get that victory and to go 5-0.
Doc, as well as Grant has played this year, he's still a freshman. He had some times today where he struggled a little bit, didn't he?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, and number one is, we had three new receivers in there, Keith, at times. I mean, we lost Brock and we lost Brock. Of course, we lost Willie, didn't play this week. And Talik was limping around there at times. So, and I was glad to see Artie and Gamage and, we got to get Shadid in there as well with some more too tight stuff because of the receiver situation. But, Gamage went in there. I think he had 5 or 6 catches, Artie as well. So, and like I say, he's still a young, we forget he's a freshman sometimes, so, made plays when we had to, found a way to win the game there, and that was huge.
Doc, exactly how hard was it to prepare for this FAU team? You only got one game on film. They've been sitting around watching you all for the last 3 weeks, sort of licking their chops and preparing for you all. It seemed like, almost a totally different dynamic for both teams going into this one.
Well, no question. I mean, number one, they had a new defensive coordinator, so we weren't sure exactly what we're going to get. It was like first games again for us. You know what I mean? It really was. And, anytime you got first games, you got to make some adjustments. And thought we ran the ball a little better in the second half there. But, at the end of the day, we did what we had to do to win that football game. And, when your defense is playing like they are, and our defense is playing lights out, they held that team, less than 100 yards rushing there again. And if you look at what they rushed against Charlotte, I'm not sure what it was, but it was quite a few yards there. When defense can play that and hold a team to 9 points, you play the way your defense is playing, you got a shot at winning. And I thought our special teams got to punt and kick the ball a little better, but other than that, we played well.
Well, you mentioned the special teams aspect. I know that's something you pride yourself on. It seemed like a few mistakes there, especially it seemed like you all missed a couple of tackles on returns that allowed them to get loose and have better field position and really win that battle today.
We did. We lost a couple there. But that one, of course, the one there that came out to about the 40 there, that's the first one that's happened all year. So, we just got to go back and again, played well at times too, so just got to keep getting better. At the end of the day, it's a W, it's a win. We're 5-0. And we'll move on. So that's a huge win for us. So we're happy. And the thing is, right now, we got to get back. This is Sunday for us right now. We're already into Sunday because we got a short week next week. So excited with the win, happy for our players. Sometime during the season, if you're going to be a great football team, you're going to have to grind one out. And guess what? We had that today. And kids found a way to win, which tells me a lot about them.
You look at Grant, and one drive in particular, you all go down for the first time this year. It's the first time that kid's faced it in college football, and I think he led you on a 4 or 5 play drive right down the field and hit Artie for that touchdown. It seems like there's times where, whether it's third down or that type of situation, where Grant knows he can elevate himself a little bit.
No question. I mean, Grant's going to be fine. I mean, my goodness, I guarantee you, I've done this a long time, and I know some of you guys, Chuck, and all you guys have watched a whole lot of football, and there's not very many freshmen that you can look at that's gone in and accomplished what he's accomplished the first 5 games as a freshman. And you guys watch Chad, you watch Byron, you watch Cato, you watch all those guys. One thing I do know about Grant right now, guess what? He's 5-0. And that's the only important thing. And he'll just get better. He'll take this game and learn from it. He'll become a better player because of it.
You have to kind of be impressed with how he handles adversity. He threw a couple picks and then comes back with that play action and hits Artie. He just puts that stuff behind him. He seems to do that well for a young guy.
And, of course, the one pick there at the half, we threw that thing up in, a Hail Mary situation. That's going to happen at times when you throw it in the end zone there in a Hail Mary type situation. But he did. And he's responded just about every time he's done that. And that's a good thing. And I guarantee if you're going to be a great quarterback, you better have short memory. You better have short memory. You better put it behind you and move on. And he has that. That's great.
Know that you look at your offensive line; they're so experienced. The last couple of weeks, the running game sort of it seems like it's taking a little bit of time to get going, and 2 yards here, 3 yards there, a couple of third down stops when you're in third and short yardage situations. Is there any concern there? Is that just the quality of opponent you're playing?
No, there's no concern. I mean, we'll be fine there. I mean, end of the day, I mean, you look up and you don't think we run the ball very well, and you look up and Knox has over 100 yards. He has over 100 yards rushing, and he has 50 plus catching the football. So he had a very productive day, and same old Knox. You look at, you don't feel that way during the game, but you look up at the end of the day, and that's what it is. So, end of the day, I'm just happy. Guys, anytime you can win a game, football game, and it's just huge, especially against that team there was probably picked them or Western to win our side by most of you guys, or not you guys in particular, but a lot of the press. So, we're happy where we are. We know we're still right on track, and have a great challenge going to Miami this week.
Well, you mentioned that too. You beat Western, you beat FAU now, and you all are in control of the East Division. But how do you keep your guys from letting down and saying, like, taking a breather and saying, all right, we got those two under our belt?
Well, I think it's called maturity. It's called leadership. We got a lot of kids on this football team playing an awful lot of football, and they're locked in. I mean, the leadership on this team is as good as any football team I've been on, here at Marshall or anywhere. And if kids take ownership in the team, they understand the importance that you got to play every week. Because at the end of the day, if you don't play every week, somebody's going to get beat. So somebody probably got beat today. I haven't looked at scores or anything like that, but somebody probably got beat today that shouldn't, because it happens every weekend. If you're not prepared to go play, so make sure it's not you.
That's about the defense. Coach, your defense, I think, had 5 or 6 quarterback sacks, had a lot of pressure on their quarterback. How were they?
Our defense is playing lights out. I mean, again, anytime, I think they rushed for, they had total of, I'm not sure exactly, but 86 yards rushing, and if you had 5 or 6 quarterback sacks thrown in there, those kids they're relentless, they tackle well, they're just a lot of credit to Brad and that defensive staff. They're playing lights out. Anytime you play that kind of defense, then you got a chance.
Hey, Doc, they get the field goal to go up 9-7. You come right back. You try to go deep first down. They get a PI on it, and then you end up going right down for the touchdown. You said, hey, not happening on our watch today. It seems like it turned the switch on all of a sudden.
Yeah, no question. I think that's our kids. That's our kids, not per se me. That's our kids deciding. And that's what was so great. I mean, how do you, we've – the first 4 games, if we're honest to each other here, they weren't close. It was control of the game basically the entire time. And this is the first time that we've really faced any adversity. And as a coach, I'm more proud of that than anything. How's your team react, when you come in at halftime and you're up 1, you know what I mean? And how do they react when they go back out in the second half and have a little adversity when you fall behind? I don't see, I saw a bunch of guys that had fire in their eyes that didn't care. They just want to go find a way to win that football game. That's what they did. And that tells me that we got a chance to have a hell of a team.